Greetings from real life. This is the second session of Pitch Punch. Today we will have the session 2. Engineer Suresh Dharmarasana is the mentor today, and he will be conducting product development and innovation and prototype. So, hope this will be a very essential session for you to get more advanced knowledge for developing your prototypes and improve your products. Innovate your products. So I will hand over the session officially to Suresh Dharmaratne. He will conduct in the session onwards. Over to you, Suresh.
Okay. Thank you, Jasmine. Hi, good evening, team. So before we start today, actually one of the most important session, because any business start with kind of product. The product may be a tangible product or service. So hope you can see my presentation now.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, great. So let me introduce myself first to get you to the credibility of what you are going to hear today. Actually, I start my career as an engineer, software, telecommunication and software engineering. And later on, I moved to the product management. By now, I have altogether 15 years experience on the industry, 5 years as engineer and 10 years as product management. This product management journey, I have been in several well-known organizations as a product manager. That's one started at Etisalat, then I have been in Airtel, and I have been in WaveNet. So those are product management under product management area. As well as I have been in a University of Moratuwa as a research engineer, which is developing product with MAS Holding. So this kind of diversified experience, which I got much more experience on product management and how product can be valuable for entrepreneurship. Meanwhile, I have my own enterprise, which is Platina Loop Private Limited, which is one of my own enterprise where I have multiple product launches and product are launched by now. So by this experience as a professional in product management as well as one of the entrepreneurs, let me share with my experience and also let me share with good practices to extend your business, your product to next level. So let me start with the first slide. So when we consider about a product, each of you, before I go to slide, each of you start a business or enterprise because you have a product to offer to the customer. What really product? Today's scope is understanding product development and prototyping. Before that, let's understand what really product is. So if you can tell, each of you, few of you can tell what product currently you are manufacturing or producing or service, whatever. Can you share a few of you what you are doing currently? Yeah, at least one person, one or two, better share. Then I can understand who the audience is. It's very helpful for me to give you examples meanwhile doing the presentation. I think any of you can take. What is your product? Just tell me what your product. Oh, what is your? Even if you don't have. Yeah. Yes, Shasha, you can say.
I'm Shashikala Nanayakkara, co-founder of Butonic Herbs Lanka Private Limited. We are manufacturing herbal cosmeceutical product range. Our we are using the basic concept of Ayurveda. It's like maintain our skin condition, balancing the three dosha. That is our main formulations we are doing under that segment.
Great. So it's herbal product that's going to for skincare. If I say like that, it's okay. Yeah. Anyone else also share product? What your product? So she has tangible product. She's delivering a tangible product. That's herbal skincare product. Great. She manufactured it and put to the market. So we can discuss when we go to the product development process when we study. Let's discuss with that. Anyone else going to disclose this product or service?
And you can unmute your mic and speak and interact with this session. I think it's very useful to share ideas and what is you are doing currently. and it will be really helpful to get your attention and get your products clarified with Suresh Dharmaratne.
Okay, and also if you share with me, good thing is when I'm going to this slide deck, I can give you some examples that is more matched to you. Then you can immediately use these materials for your development. Okay, by the way, meanwhile you can share later, but better if you can. By the way, let's start. Okay, understand what today whole discussion is focusing on: product development and prototyping. So this process actually start with ideation. As you see in this slide, first start is idea generation, because whatever you're going to develop, without idea, proper idea generation, you cannot move forward. Why idea generation is important, I'll discuss at that stage, next slide, because idea generation is the key initial point of your product development. That may be product or service, as Shashikala shared with us about her herbal product. So she may have a variety of ingredients that she can put to produce different type of herbal products for skincare. That may be lotion, that may be toner, that may be sometimes soap or something, shower gel or something that goes to skin. So there are many options she can choose out of. But this idea generation stage, she may generate much more ideas at the beginning without any filtering at that moment. So let's after that, once you get ideas, you have to filter them out and get an idea, and then second stage is going for the designing and testing. Why this stage is very important? Because you may have idea of just think you have idea of creating a soap, but there are many ways. For example, you think, okay, I will create a soap with sandalwood. Okay, sandalwood fragrance soap. Then what you do, you make a soap base and you put sandalwood powder and make a soap and send it. Would that be work? Yes, we have to test that. For example, we get a soap base, add sandalwood powder and prepare soap. And when you smell it, you don't get sandalwood smell. Then you get to know, first testing phase failed, then you have to say, I have to add some fragrance to here. So testing phase, designing and testing phase, you are do iteratively within the organization. It's not go to the customer at that point. Within the organization, you make kind of product development and tested product that you can go for the market. Then once you finalize this product is ready for go to the market, then you are going for the manufacturing. With the manufacturing stage, you are not focusing on further development at the first stage. You're going to how you can manufacture for the market. If it is you're going to put to the supermarket chain, just think you have to produce thousands of units. But if you're going to put to your nearest boutique shop, you may need only 100 pieces. So depending on your market, your manufacturing has to be decided. How you're going to manufacture? Are you going to supermarkets? You give to thousands of units per day. Then you have to go for the machineries. But if you're going to go to the small boutiques or tourist destinations, you don't need that much of manufacturing capital to spend. You design most semi-manufacturing plant that with automation and human labor. So like that, manufacturing stage is third stage. Once you're in manufacturing, the game is not over yet. Product game just started, because once you put to the market, you will get market feedback, and according to that, again you have to go for the idea, design, test, and manufacturing. Likewise, you have to continuously go these three cycles. Okay. Any questions? This overall idea. Before I go to one, I'm going to one by one. Before I go to one by one, do you have any questions or any inputs or anything you think okay to share with us now? Okay, great. If you don't have, let's go to the. So, as I said, these three stages I will discuss. Idea generation, which is in here I'm going to discuss in idea generation. You will prepare product backlog. That is, what is product backlog? Let's discuss later. And product roadmap. Yes, these two will be key things today we discuss. These are large topics, but I will summarize within the time frame. If you interest on these, we can have a subsequent sessions later on deep dive how to make a product backlog and how you eliminate, how you finalize, how you fine tune. We call refining backlog, and then we go to the designing a product roadmap. So like that, we can go for that. Okay. Stage 2 is product and design testing. As I previously said, you can see in this picture, there is a kind of machine, domestic machine, that you can see top of picture is it made out of cardboard. This is called prototyping, because at this level it may be not the functional, but you can see how customer would touch and feel the product, and you can do the modifications prior to go for the final, which is final design, final product. For example, here you can see the car, the prototype of the car. Once you do the prototype of the car, you can do basic first level testing, just like how look and feel of that car, how dynamically car perform by testing on this model, like this. So this designing and testing phase is very important for any business. Any entrepreneur has to understand this stage very well. Then engineering and manufacturing, that's the third stage, as I explained previous one also. Then it is go for the same thing, but for the mass production, or depending on your production capacity requirement, you do the production according to the market. So today whole presentation will go these three sections. So we will start with ideation, production and testing second, and third. Let's start with first one. If you have any questions, please raise hand and you can interrupt and discuss. However, we have around 40 minutes more. So I'm going. I don't have a big content because I don't select it. I want more discussion, more to you to understand these concepts. So if you have any problem, any question, interrupt and let's discuss at the moment. Okay. Then let's discuss about idea generation stage. Yes. So you can see in the left side, most side of the presentation, generation idea. I am lay out here what kind of method you can generate idea. Here you can see you can do market research. As Shashikala said, she is going to make a skin care product, but then she can research who are they in this market, what kind of skin care products in this market. She can go to the, for example, she can go to the supermarket and go to the skin care product area and list down what are the products. And also she can go to the pharmacy, or she can go to the Ayurvedic location and get these list down what are those products available, and also get more details. What fragrance, for example, skin toner, it is rose fragrance seems to be selling more than any other fragrance. So that way she can get idea what really sell in the market. So then if she can find these ideas, and if she can embed those qualities to her product, that will be easily sellable. Or she can understand what she can do more than current existing market. Then she can improve her product than the existing market product. To do that, you have to get idea of what market is existing. So you can, by market research, you can get ideas what products in the market and what kind of product customers are demanding. And also you can see the customer feedbacks, how you can get customer feedback. Today it's very easy, because it is not about you. Once you give your customers your product, you can ask them to give comments on your Facebook page, or you can have your WhatsApp number published where customer can directly contact you and give you ideas about their feedback. According to that, you can change your product quality and do more improvements. And engineering and R&D, as Shashikala's product is more towards to herbal product range. So she can be with doctors, Ayurvedic doctors, or kind of people who are doing research on that, and she can get ideas from them. For example, Ayurvedic doctor say, if you can mix these ingredients like this, and you can get much more smooth skin out of this. Or just think you can add amla to your product that will help skin reduce skin wrinkles. Like that, she can get those ideas from. That's what experts, we call engineering R&D more towards expert area. Then regulatory changes. This is very important, because most of the entrepreneurs are not focusing on this area, but this is very important. For example, what kind of Ayurvedic regulators are available before you go to market. For example, there are some regulators about how you should label, how you should package things, how you should brand name, how you should general names, how you should expire date, batch number, and things like that. They should be there. Otherwise, you may get problems with the regulatory authorities. So getting these, also getting ideas about the product, and also focus group. Focus group is, you can select some possible customers that who may use your product, and get a small group of them and have a discussion. This is not a big thing as you think, because just think you want to make a product, skincare product, as Shashikala said. I'm getting that example because she can have a discussion with her own friend group and discuss what you are looking for skin, what products you are using, what's the problem with current products, what kind of preference you have. Then you can get much more ideas, generate much more ideas before you go to production. And also brainstorming. Once you collect these ideas, or you can have much more closer team and get brainstorming session, what you can do to improve your product, or what can be your new product. So like that, you can see how many ways that you can utilize to generate ideas. Okay, so any question up to now? Okay, still we now by this kind of idea generation, now you will have 1,000 odd ideas. Actually, let me little bit explain, as this is entrepreneurial forum. What difference in entrepreneurs are, most of the time entrepreneurs do single product, and instead of going to market research and get customer feedbacks, what they normally do, they go for production and try to sell it. And they're the key factor. If you try to sell and you fail, that is okay. But as entrepreneurs, you have to understand why it failed. To understand that getting customer feedback is not enough. You have to do the market research. At these idea generation process, you have to go through it, because then only you can understand what really problem it's not selling. Then you can fix it. Then you can get new ideas. Once you get these ideas, we call product backlog or idea backlog. Once you get set of ideas, we call idea backlog or product backlog. This is what outcome of your idea generation. First level outcome is not the product, not the development. Don't jump into development. First you get idea generation, get much more ideas and list them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, list them down. Just list them down. That's called product backlog. You can generate product backlog like that. For example, Shashikala's business, she can get ideas like what are the herbal ingredients she can put. Just list them down. What kind of color that she put this skin toner in bottle. Just ideas. Drop a bottle, 100 ml, 5 ml, 30 ml, whatever. Just list them down. And also what kind of label I'm putting in a box. No, I'm putting in a bag. I'm putting it like that. Just list them all ideas without any filtering. That's called product backlog or the idea backlog. That is the second step of idea generation stage. When you are in the idea generation stage, now you can understand there are a variety of ways you can generate idea. Then you just simply list them down. We call product backlog or idea backlog. But you're not jumping to develop anything yet. Okay? By now, you get ideas from multiple sources, and now you list those ideas without filtering. Just list those ideas which you think got good for your product, and those ideas we call product backlog. Then it's come. Then how you choose what to build or what not to build out of these ideas. And also you can see some ideas are contradictory. For example, one idea say rose fragrance is good. One idea say toner is good for sandalwood fragrance. You can put both together. You can't. Then some need to be eliminated. Some need to be prioritized. For example, some ideas say you just put label on the bottle and sell it. No need to put into the package boxes. But another idea is put in boxes. So when you prioritize these ideas, you can see I will put first stage, I will put into the label and sell it as a bottle. Later, I will put it into the box. So that is called prioritization. 1, 2. So you can understand now, once you have idea backlog, some ideas you have to eliminate, choose and eliminate. If there's 2 contradictory ideas, choose one and eliminate others. Some ideas you prioritize. I will do this first. I will do this first, but I will do this second, not first stage. Like that, that's called prioritization. After this is called backlog refinement. Understood? Once you are generated idea, you will get a product backlog. After that, you will refine the backlog, and then you get the refined backlog. This backlog, you put timeline. This quarter one, I will produce these things. Quarter one, I will produce only these. I will put in the rose fragrance toner with label on the bottle. In quarter two, I will put another fragrance. Quarter two, I'll put sandalwood fragrance, rose fragrance, and sandalwood fragrance in the bottle with label. Quarter three, I am not going to introduce any new fragrance, but I will keep both these fragrance, but I will introduce a nice box. That's all. This, like that, you put your sorted ideas or refined ideas into timeline, chronological order timeline. Then you get what called product roadmap. Understood? So this is the product roadmap which you are going to really work on. But most of the time you can see, think, are you doing this? Or are you doing someone tomorrow come and say, Shashikala, I like to have sandalwood fragrance toner. That is superb. I like it to the hell. So tomorrow you do a prototype and send it, productize it. If that the way we are responding to the market, that is terrible. Because you don't know, young customer is not the whole, you have to get that idea. Yes, listen to them. If you don't listen, that's a problem. You come to the last slide, I'll explain that. Listen to the customer, but don't jump into development. Instead, you put that into the product backlog. Once product backlog, you have to overlook with all other backlog items and prioritize and put to the roadmap. Once you put to the roadmap, then you can say, yes, Amali, just think that idea is given by Amali. Yes, Amali, I thought about your idea. You prefer to sandalwood. Yeah, we will going to launch that on May month of 2025. So you can, I will make sure that I will inform you once it is ready. But you're not jumping to produce by now, but you put it into the backlog, then you refine it, then you put into the roadmap, and you know it will. I can release this by May. So like that, this is a kind of discipline. So idea generation is not a simple thing, because if you wrong here, you do wrong all the down the line of product development and product manufacturing. So best thing, understand this stage. This is stage one. Idea generation and validation is stage one. So make sure you run this stage properly and create your product backlog and have a discipline, release product according to this backlog. Okay, any questions on this slide before I'm going to the next slide? Okay, good. Then go. You can ask questions at the end of the, right? So next, I'm going for you to understand designing and testing phase. So now you have got idea, and now you have got idea prioritization. Just think, now we are in quarter one. Now you know, end of quarter one, I'm going to release this product. Just think, I'm going to release sandalwood fragrance toner in bottle. So I know that, but yet I don't have, because I have to choose a proper bottle, I have to choose a proper label, I have to make sure that I have to make a proper toner blend and make sure that skin tested and ready for the market. So like that, there are many things you have to do now. This is called design and testing stage. Now you have to design your formulation. Now you have to design your packaging. Now you have to design your labeling. Now you have to design those are product designing stage. Now you know, if you go properly ideation stage, now you are ready for the designing and testing stage. Still not developing. This is kind of R&D stage or designing and testing stage. Let's discuss about that. So designing and testing stage is like this. This is, I get a simple example. This is about manufacturing a padlock. So understand, this is not about release. This is design stage, because next we are discussing product release stages. That is different. This is at the design stage. How you do before you go for the manufacturing. You can see here, leftmost, you can see this is a cardboard prototype, okay, of the padlock. This is innovative, nice padlock. You do it prototype with the cardboard, and then you do it get to potential team members and share and get the idea. How do you think this kind of padlock? This padlock we can unlock using middle button. If you put left side, it will how many times you put in a code, it will unlock like that. So this is you touch and feel, not functional. But you can see with cardboard one, touch and feel. If people touch and feel is wrong, even your functional is working, that product won't fly. But if you going to develop the same touch and feel one with the metal one, as in the last picture of this, it is very expensive. You don't want to burn that much of money at the beginning for look and feel test. So this is first you do in cardboard. Then you do kind of plywood board, little bit rigid, and then you get the dimensions and correctly, and give you a test group, and I'll get feedback. How do you feel? What do you touch and feel? And then they say, okay, this button has to be a little bit don't groove. Then you can see the first one you have 4 grooves. Then someone say no, don't put grooves. The second plywood prototype, you can go for a more convenient one. Okay, I'm not going to groove across like here. I put a circle, so you can put whatever. Like that, you can see some small touch and feel improvements has been doing each stage prototyping. And then go to the 3D printed prototype. If it is okay, you can see touch and feel, and then you go for the CNC mill prototype. This is what you have to do any of your product. For example, let's go to Shashikala's product, just think skin toner. Now, you are not going to do the toner at the beginning. You can, while your toner is doing research and development, while you do, you get some samples and give you a small group, circular group, and ask them to test how this may work for you. And also, you can prepare the bottle and labeling, and parallelly you can do this kind of touch and say. So you don't want to go for the mass printing of label. Instead, you do your label prototype printing on your printer and put it onto the bottle, paste it on, and ask your feedback from other team of members. What do you think about this? How do you? Then someone say, oh, you put label in blue color, but skin toners are not going in blue color. Why do you go for the reddish yellowish type of label? Blue labels. Oh, then you get to point. Oh yes, good point. Thank you. That's your one first feedback of the view. Then someone say, why you put rectangle label? It is not eye-catchy. Put this oval type of. Another idea. Yes, okay. You put, then you, before you go to mass production of label, you can do refinement. So like that, this is called prototype and prototype stage. So understand this. Now you are in prototyping stage. You are not prototyping whatever you think. You have a roadmap and you decide this quarter, I'm going to release this product. Now you do the prototype for that product. Understood? Nothing else. That product, by prototyping, you're refining, fine-tune your product before go for the mass production. Understood? So there are two types of prototypes. We call low fidelity and high fidelity, which is very, very crucial. For this is what low fidelity is. These first 2-3 prototyping is more or less low fidelity, because it is about you are looking for one angle of the product, not the functional value, but you look at the touch and feel value. But when you go for the functionalities, like third one, you are doing a prototype for locking, real lock and things like that. So like that is called functional high fidelity prototyping. So today is not enough time for discuss that, but just get idea. Low fidelity, you are testing one angle of the product, not whole functions. But high fidelity, you're testing most of the functionalities, may not be all, but most of the functionalities of your product. So that's called high fidelity. High fidelity is very expensive, maybe a little bit somewhat expensive than the low fidelity, and also it takes time. But low fidelity, you can get quick feedback with the lowest cost. So like that, this stage is very important. Any questions before I go to the next slide? Okay, next move to the next slide. So next one is, now you have designed, now you have go to the manufacturing. This is where this manufacturing part, I have several things to discuss. It takes little bit time consuming, because here we will time now 4:40. So we'll try to complete not 5, I may need 10 more minutes, 5-10 will be. If you guys are okay, we can go ahead. Let's start with the manufacturing. This is very important part. Now you got ideas. By this stage, you got ideas, idea generation, and you refine the ideas. What refinement is? You drop some ideas which is contradict each other, you select and drop other ideas. And some ideas you prioritize. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, you prioritize. And you refine. We call this refined backlog. Now you have idea refined backlog, and then you put into the time mapping. I'm going to release this on January, February, March, like that. I'm going to do this in January. I'm going to do this like that. You put ideas when you're going to implement it. Then you will have product roadmap. Once you have a roadmap, you're going to design and testing stage where you get a roadmap. First level of roadmap idea. One, just think this January month. Okay, February month. Just think now February month idea backlog is get, and you do the prototyping and designing and fine tune the production level prototype. Once production level, by now you have a production level prototype ready on your hand. Let's go for the production. Now it should be easy, right? By now it should be easy because you know what to do. You have tested it, and now you can quickly do it. That's not that much easy. Let's go to understanding manufacturing process. Most of the entrepreneurs at the young initial entrepreneurship level, they mostly don't put much time on idea generation, designing and testing. Instead, they quickly go to the manufacturing. Even myself had done at the earliest stage of my production before. So I directly go to the manufacturing. I put mold and things in putting $1,000 or $100 and things like that, and manufacturing things, and then go to the market, fail and loss. That's why spending time on first two stages, idea generation and design and testing, is very important. After that only you decide, okay, now I'm going to manufacture this. But it's not the end case, because still we don't get customer feedback for any prototype. We get some closed group feedbacks, but those are not customers. Let me explain. Here we come to the process called agile. You may have heard that. It's very important to understand as entrepreneurs what is the agile process and how you can benefit if you're going to use agile process for your manufacturing. Let's understand that. Okay. Now, you can see this picture. I'm telling here is a story that you have to understand, because this is about MVP and agile, because agile process is not giving you the actual agile process concept is we are not giving the best product to the customer, but we are give better product to the customer, and always we improve and give version by version. Version 1 better product to the customer, then version 2 improve further. For example, if we go back to the Shashikala's product, it's about skin toner product. First level she would give customer a toner with a simple bottle with simple label. The version 2, she may give another flavor of that toner, 2 flavors to the market. Third version, she can develop nothing new flavors, but give nice box, put them onto nice box and release the product. Like that, every product, every release, user can use that. Look at this. Okay, let's go to the picture. You can see here, this is about car manufacturing, kind of manufacturing product of car. Okay, let's see. If you see top one, you can do either top level sequencing or below level sequencing, because I said roadmap. Some people understand roadmap, misunderstand. I can explain the misunderstand here, and you remember that. If you are looking for producing car as your product, okay, then, but we cannot give the best product as agile concept, but you will do better product. Then someone say, okay, then first I will do the best wheel. Second, I will do the best chassis. Third, I will do the best frame. Finally, last quarter, I will do the fourth quarter, I will do the assembling of these 3 together and make a car. That is, one person may say, that is my roadmap. One person say, okay, as in first line, you can see, he say, first quarter I will produce wheels. Second quarter, I will assemble those wheels to the chassis. Then third quarter, I will make a body. The final quarter, by December, I will assemble all and make the car. Then I'm asking one question. In first quarter, is there anything usable that customer can use as a vehicle? Is there anything that customer can use as a vehicle in the first line? If you go first pay, just think this is quarter 1, 2, 3. Quarter 1, do they have anything that they can use? At least they can go somewhere. No, right? Pretty easy. No, even till they come to the end of the quarter, end of the year, quarter four, you don't have tangible thing. So you can't get any feedback even until you release the last end of the year. But let's go. Someone say, no, I'm not going to like that. Yes, I know my best product is car. But at this stage, I cannot produce a car because I don't have time, I don't have money. So let's I'm going to do ski board, and then I'm going to do a kind of tricycle. Like that, I will do something each quarter that my customers can use it and give me feedback. Then each stage by stage, I'm improving my product. First, I start from the ski board and like that, then bicycle, then tricycle, bicycle, then I'm going to motorbicycle, and now later I will come after this. I will come fifth quarter. I will do the car. What is the good thing is each stage customer will get something that they can use, and also as a company, as a business, you will get revenue out of that to go for the next stage. So always this is loop, feedback loop. Understood? So like this, MVP, minimum, it is not minimum product, understand? Minimum viable product. So each stage here you can release minimum viable. Viable, what mean viable? Viable means usability. There should be usability. So you can see each stage in this second line, you have minimum viable products, set of minimum viable products. This, yes, customer can use it, you can generate revenue. Stage 2, you can sell it, customer can use it, you can generate revenue, and also you can generate feedback. Like that, this is called MVP. But when it comes to the first one, only wheel and chassis, customer can't use it. So these are not minimum viable product. So understand, when you are going to do prototyping and testing in the market, you have to release a product, you have to give the product to the customer. At that stage, you make sure that you create minimum viable product, minimum usable product, MVP. That's called minimum usable product to the customer, and quickly get feedback and improve. Don't wait till you give the perfect product. Whatever you have now, you package it as you can deliver some kind of usability to the customer and sell it and listen to them, get feedback and improve. Then you can go to the stage 2, release the improved product, then go listen to the customer. Like that, you iteratively. This is called agile process. Next slide, I will explain this. I want to give you the idea about this here. Remember, it is not about your breaking down how you produce the product is MVP. No, the breaking down is not the agile or MVP. Agile process is you always release MVP, minimum viable product, that your customer can fully use it. That is the agile process. If you adapt to agile, what is the advantage of using agile process for your product development? Why not you? You may say no. Building the best car, even go to time, is the best thing than releasing some small things like that. But understand, today world is very fastly changing. You can see what happened to ChatGPT when it comes to DeepSeek. Now, whole industry, you can see because of DeepSeek, new processor types are comes, and overnight $500 billion was lost by Nvidia. That's the market today. If you are going to do the perfect product tomorrow, it's invalid. Maybe tomorrow the product is invalid. So understand, today market is rapidly changing. So you have to adapt to the market. So you can't rely on old-fashioned methods, making best product within 3 years and release third year and getting revenue. That won't work. Even when you wait that time, the product is may not be any valid at that time. So instead, you have to make sure that you set your mindset. I will do what minimum level of product to the market and give to the customer and listen to them and get feedback and improve. That is the best way you can do. So that is what MVP. Do you have any questions on this slide only? Okay, then go to the, now you can get very simply, I will explain this slide very easy for me. Just think, this is agile process. Understand this, very important. Because now you have a roadmap, you have, okay, let's start with first you understood how you get the ideas, refine it and create roadmap. After roadmap, you do the small prototyping and make sure that you can produce the product. Then, now stage, you release product, you produce product and send to the market and get feedback and again improve your. Okay, here you can see the agile. We call this cycle is agile, where you plan. Once you have designed, you plan, then you design the product, then you test that. And once you test, you will get some design and develop. Once you develop, you test. Well, at your testing stage, you can find some errors and things. Then you develop, fix them, and then you deploy. Deploy means you put to the market. You put to the market, and then listen to the customers, review, and improve it and launch it. Now you release real product. So once you launch, it's version 1, as I previously said, with the skin toner one. It may be a simple single flavored bottle and label product. Then you listen to the customer and get feedback. You can get much more feedback from the customer. Customer may say, oh, nice. Customer may say, okay, I like this product like this, and things like that. Then you get those ideas and put to the plan, and then design, and then develop, then test, then deploy. Deployment you can put to the market and get reviews, and then launch the product. This is never ending cycles. You can, how many cycles you can do in agile, how many fast you can release product, you can get product closer to your ideal product. So this is the very important thing as a user you can do. So by now, at this stage, now you understood how to get product ideas, how you can refine those ideas, how you can put them into the order of the roadmap, then how you are going to do the testing of the particular product, and then this with agile process, how you can iteratively produce and market and get market feedback and improve your product. So if you understand this whole thing up to now, you are good to do your product development in this fashion manner, because this is a good practice for today's market, because today's market is very fastly changing. So this will be very good practice for you to practice, and also this is the industry standard practice currently in the industry. We call product practice, one of the industry standard practice. So let's adapt. Any question by now? By now, I think exactly 2 minutes to 5. This is the main content I have to deliver. Next slide, I will explain you what are the pitfalls you may fall and how you can avoid. That's a simple slide. But this is by now, I have deliver you the main content of this. So any idea, anything you want to clarify by now? Okay, then I will go for the next slide. So by now we have I think completed this. That's what I summarized. So remember, in idea generation, you will have this term. Remember always product backlog and roadmap. In design stage, you are doing prototyping. In manufacturing stage, you do MVP and follow the agile method to improve the product. So agile is continuous improvement. So remember, these are main process. If you follow this discipline, you will have much more improved product very, very faster. Okay, then there are some mistakes that you have to avoid in whole product development process. One is over engineering. You can see here nice Swift knife set, over engineered Swift knife set. That's, you have all over the things here, but using it is questionable. So don't try to bother about your products or engineering things or the R&D too much. Make MVP, minimum viable level product. The customer, make your product, the customer to give us some kind of usability and put it to the market faster. So don't go for over engineering, don't go for over refinement and better perfect things. Forget about it. Use a better version, sell it, and then get feedback, improve it, another better version, sell it. Like this, you do this is called agile method. And another thing is, people are ignoring user feedback, because in Sri Lankan culture also that's like, because people don't want to get to be blamed. But if you are good enough to face blaming and listen to those blames and understand why, if you can find something, you certainly will find something to improve. For example, your customer said your product is like, I used it, it's bad, like that. Even though 10 customers are saying it's good and one customer said bad, listen why the bad also. Listen why the good also. If customers say, I'm very happy with this product, ask why. Listen why they say very happy. Sometimes they say not functional value is there, but they smell and things like may be happy. So make that good thing out of the feedback as well as bad thing out of the feedback. Keep good things continuously, improve on bad things. To do that, never ignore user feedback. So ignoring feedback is one of the common mistake people do. Then poor market validation, because once you put product to the before you go to the product to the market, you have to validate it in the kind of prototyping level. You have to validate in the market whether this is acceptable, how things like that, and get validation and make sure that validation done. And before go to the, if poor validation, you will be rejected by the market. You, for example, if you prepare stock and things, all may be wasted. So do market validation before you go to the market. So today we haven't covered that market validation part because it's today covered on the product development part. So we'll have a session later if you need on this area also. Then last one also, time budget mismanagement, because as I previously said, people are working on brilliant product, but when they try to release it, market is flooded with similar products, so your idea is no longer valid maybe. Or maybe you over engineered and you're going to do it best product, but you don't have much budget to do that. So understand, so manage whatever resource you have, launch smaller and get it fly in the market. Learn your rejection out of your rejections, learn and improve them. So that's the way the market is going on. Never worry about getting rejected. So that is the thing happening. Even in my experience, I have produced some kind of products which at the beginning market was rejected many times, but I listened to them why they reject, and I improve those areas, and again I put to the market and refine. So that way you can prepare many better products that market acceptance. Okay, that's the thing. So in summary, don't do just development. Follow the structured development as I mentioned in this slide deck, and also use MVP and prototype wisely, because don't try to jump into the market without making prototypes, and go to the market with MVP. Don't try to do the best product, but do the usable product to the your user, and launch it. So use that wisely. And also, why wisely mean don't give a crap to the market. As you say, it is usable, but make sure that it's really viable to use. That's why difference is viability and usability. Then third thing, important thing is iterate based on feedback. That's what I show in the agile process. You iterate, you do and get the feedback and do improvements and give to the market. Again, listen like that, do this iterative product. So that is all about product development and prototyping. Today I'm going to deliver. I think you get ideas, and this would help to you to organize or structure your product development process. That will give you the much more leverage in your product development in the market. So this is also even for the service similar thing, but I didn't go to the service examples because none of you give me the examples of services, so I don't think anyone is in service industry. I suppose all of you are in the product industry, tangible product industry. So let's discuss. So I think any questions, I'm willing to take it now, or after that we can wrap up. I think you can join the next sessions. I think you have got some homework to some sessions also. Be prepared, be actively participate, and get much out of these sessions. So any questions on the deck, slides? Any feedback? Yes, Shashikala and Navodaya, Imasha, any feedback? Have you got idea of this?
Yes, sir. Idea was clear because that generation part, the middle part is the most important to us in this stage. That means testing and all. That's the main thing.
Yeah, great. You understood it. So try to adapt to this flow structure. So get ideas and put all ideas in one place. Don't jump into any feedback quickly, but I jump into ideas board and use that to the iterative process. So that will help you to improve your product faster. Thank you, Shashikala, for feedback.
Thank you so much.
Okay, if you don't have any others, don't have any questions and things, Okay, let's wind up, and thank you so much for joining today's session, and hopefully you get some insights, and thank you. So let's join to the next session tomorrow. Okay, thanks.
You are living, let your spirit soar through real life. We're opening the door to a happier lifestyle. We'll made whole with loving families and unshaken souls for a